3 hours. 1 SUV. 170 kilometers. Hobart to the top of Ben Lomond. And no idea, going in, if the weather would even let us finish. Clear morning in Hobart. Even caught a rainbow on the way out. Should have taken that as a good sign. Instead, the fog rolled in almost as soon as we hit the road. We didn't even know if the road up would be open. Checked the forecast twice before we left, and it still didn't tell us much. Went anyway, and a while into the drive, the fog just lifted. Gone. Sun out, cold as anything, whole drive still ahead of us. This is Ben Lomond. One of the wildest drives on the island, and one we'd been wanting to do for a while. We booked an SUV for this one. Figured if the weather turned, or the road got rough near the top, we'd want something that could actually handle it. Turned out to be the right call. Small towns, changing country, one very steep road. All the way to the top. So is it worth it? Let's find out. First stop. Campbell town. Coffee. Stretch the legs. Back in the car. Honestly, the kind of town you'd blow straight past if you weren't stopping on purpose. Old sandstone buildings lining the main street. That classic Tasmanian highway town feel. Quiet enough you can hear your own footsteps. But after a couple hours driving, it's exactly what you want. A pause before the climb. We grabbed coffee from a little place just off the highway, wandered for a few minutes, took in the old buildings. Didn't hang around long, just long enough. Then Evandale. And you can feel the country changing already. Farmland thinning out. Hills rolling in. Mountains, somewhere up ahead. You can't quite see them yet, but you know they're there, waiting past the next rise. Getting colder. Every kilometer. The road starts to climb, just slightly, without you really noticing at first. Then you glance at the temperature gauge and realize how much it's dropped since Hobart. 10 degrees, easy. Evandale itself is worth a wander. If you've got time, heritage buildings, a proper small town feel. But we kept it brief. The mountain was calling. Base of Ben Lomond. Little cafe. Snow chains, if you need them. Still sunny, but a different kind of cold up here. Sharper. The kind that gets into your jacket the second you step out of the car. Everyone stops for a minute before heading up. You can feel it. That shift, like the trip's about to actually start. Cars pulled over, people checking their chains, checking the weather one more time. This is the last flat ground for a while. From here, it's all up. Into the national park now, and it changes fast. Alpine plateau, dolerite cliffs. Sky, everywhere you look. More sky than we'd seen the whole trip. Snow gums, all bent sideways from the wind, twisted into shapes that look almost deliberate. Bare rock, not much up here to hide behind. Feels a long way from the rest of the island. Like Tasmania, but a version of it most people never actually see. Wallabies, wombats, pademelons. Somehow, even in the cold, you'll spot them if you're watching the roadside, ducking in and out of the low scrub. Legs tours out there somewhere, second highest point in Tasmania. Not where we were headed though. We wanted the road ahead of us. The one that goes almost straight up the mountain. It's been on the list for a while. Ever since we first saw photos of it. That stack of switchbacks climbing the cliff face like a ladder, one after another. Which is basically what it's named after. Jacob's ladder. Switchback, 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 cut right into the mountain. Steeper from inside the car than it ever looks in a photo. You get to the first bend, and it just keeps going. Higher than you expect, longer than you expect. SUV didn't blink though. Not one complaint. Just steady, gear down, the whole way up. No hesitation on the tight turns, no strain on the incline. If you're doing this yourself, take it slow. Not because the car can't handle it, but because you'll want to actually look around, and there isn't a lot of room for distraction on some of these bends. Clear skies the entire climb, which we were told isn't a given. Bad weather. This road's a different story. Fog rolls in fast, visibility drops to nothing, and the drop beside you stops being something you can even see. Today, though, it was just a good one. And then, we were up. Just like that. The road flattens out, and everything opens up. Snow, right across the plateau. Mountains, every direction you turn. We didn't rush it. Walked around. Grabbed some photos. Mostly just stood there. There's a stillness up here you don't really get anywhere else on this drive. No traffic, barely any wind. Just white ground and blue sky stretching out further than you'd think. Few things worth knowing. If you're wondering when to come, winter's the big draw. Ski season runs from about early June through to late September, and this time of year the whole plateau turns into that classic alpine scene. Ben Lomond's actually Tasmania's main ski field. 6 lifts, a toboggan slope, the works. And they've even got snowmaking now to top up whatever falls naturally. But honestly, it's worth a visit outside of winter too. Come summer, the snow melts back and you get this stark, rocky landscape instead. Dolerite columns, alpine wildflowers, that sci-fi looking scenery the rock formations are known for. Completely different mountain, same amount of worth it. Now, if you want to actually stay up here rather than just do the day trip like we did, you've got a few options. There's a small campground a few kilometers below the summit. 6 unpowered sites, first come first served, no fees. Toilet, drinking water, a lookout, pretty basic, but it puts you right in the middle of it, and waking up to this view would be something else. For a bit more comfort, there's the alpine village itself, right at the base of the ski slopes. A few of the lodges up there, places like the Tasmanian Rover Ski Club, offer accommodation without needing full club membership, which is handy if you're just passing through. There are also a couple of renovated cabins in the village now, sleeping up to 5, with heating and a kitchenette, properly cozy for how remote it feels. And if you'd rather not stay on the mountain at all, Launceston's only about an hour away. And it's got everything from budget stays to nicer boutique places if you want a proper bed and a hot shower after a big day out here. As for things to do beyond just standing around taking it in, which, honestly, is a pretty good use of a day, there's walking track that heads out to Legs Tor, the second highest peak in the state, and it's more accessible than you'd think. If you're planning this yourself, check the weather before you leave. Changes fast up at this altitude. What starts clear can turn in an hour, sometimes less. Winter driving means chains when conditions call for it, and the road can close without much warning. Have a backup plan, and don't push it if it's closed. You'll need a Tasmania National Parks pass too. Sort that before you go, not at the gate. Saves you the hassle when it's this cold. And once you're up there, no reason to rush it. None at all. Give yourself more time than you think you need. Eventually, though, we had to head back down. Same road, same switchbacks. Sun lower now, though. Everything just looked different. Longer shadows, warmer light on the rock, the whole drive rewritten by a few hours passing. The stops along the way, Campbell Town, Evandale, the base. That's what made the 3 hours feel like an actual drive, not just a distance to cover. So, worth it from Hobart? Yeah, mountains, snow, a road that'll get your heart going. Jacob's Ladder alone is worth the trip. But this is one road, one corner of Tasmania. More to come. See you next time.